What is going on, gamers? Welcome back to the DomGaming channel. My name is Eric, and as always, I do want to say thank you guys so much for taking a couple of minutes out of your day to come spend it with me. So do you guys remember when Google Stadia was being released last year? It was going to be like a really big deal. It's a streaming platform where you can purchase games on it, kind of like a console, but a lot cheaper to get into. Well, obviously, we all know how that worked out. It didn't completely fail, but it definitely didn't take over the gaming industry by storm like a lot of people thought it would. Well, now it turns out we've got a new company that's going to be dipping their toes into the gaming industry, and by that company, I mean Amazon, which, yes, obviously, they've had their foot in the front door for a while ever since they purchased Twitch, but they've never gone to this level. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, they're going to be the newcomer for streaming games, which is their new service called Luna. Luna is basically going to be a streaming service where you can, well, stream games. But my question is this going to be Google Stadia 2.0 or is it going to be something completely new? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So what is Luna exactly? Is it going to be another carbon copy of Stadia, or is it going to be something of its own? Yes and no. It's going to be a hybrid of a couple of different things and its own thing at the same time. So with Stadia, the similarities basically are the fact that it's, number one, a streaming service for where you're going to play your games rather than purchasing a hardware console that could cost like, what, $400, $500. And it also obviously has its own controller. But instead of being a free service that you're able to get into, you have to pay to get into it. Now, it is a little bit cheaper than something like Game Pass, where Game Pass is about $15 to have the Ultimate Edition of Game Pass. This is only going to be about $7, so it's a little bit cheaper, but you would assume that means if it's going to be a paywall to get in, you're going to get all the games for free, right? Like, you'll just be able to stream whatever games they have available. That's not exactly the case. So one of the things that Amazon has already confirmed is that whenever you purchase the base version of Luna without having to spend any extra money, you are going to get over 100 games.
What's up, guys? This is Future Eric here editing the video, and I did realize I made a small mistake. It's not going to be over 100 games available at launch. It's actually only a little bit over 70 games. So yeah, sorry for that mistake, guys. All right, back to the video.
It's available to you to play a lot like how Game Pass is. However, the difference is that specific developers are going to have their own channels, whatever that means. It sounds a lot like Hulu or maybe even Fubo TV, but those developers are going to get their own channels that they'll be able to then add another paywall to that you would have to get into to play the newest games from them. So for example, Ubisoft has already come on board. So games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, future Ghost Recon games, or anything of that sort are going to be locked behind this paywall that is beyond the original $7 that you're going to spend. I wouldn't be surprised if other companies like EA get on board, or even Activision, and who knows what we're going to see from that. We could see multiple different channels that you have to pay multiple different add-ons on top of the $7. You could see it turned into a bundle service. We just don't really know yet because they haven't really confirmed the actual prices of these things. So Luna is going to be a streaming platform for video games with its own controller, just like Stadia does, and it's even going to have Google Assistant and Alexa, a lot like what Google did with their platform as well. And likely because it's owned by Amazon, there's going to be some sick features that integrate it with Twitch. However, the paywall that's there doesn't actually unlock everything within its own ecosystem. That's interesting. What's even more interesting is the timing of all of this. Last year when Stadia came out, there was no major hardware releases going on. I mean, yes, the Switch was definitely selling like hotcakes still, and obviously PlayStation 5 and Xbox One was doing its thing, but there was nothing new on the horizon at that time. However, this year, 5 weeks from now, we're going to be seeing the release of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, two mega consoles that have literally sold out every single pre-order. So with all that said, with the consoles coming out later this year, and obviously the Switch still doing really well, what market share does Amazon actually think they're going to be able to establish for themselves? What do they hope to accomplish with this? Personally, in my opinion, if they're going to take any slice of the pie, they're going to need to come out swinging with something really impressive. I do think it's a cool concept what they're going for, but I'm not 100% sure yet, and I'm definitely not sold. I'm interested to see what else comes out about it. One thing I know for sure is that Microsoft's venture into Game Pass, the subscription service platform, has really worked out for them in the past few years. It's been something that honestly has revolutionized gaming, in my personal opinion. It's definitely made it more convenient for me, both on PC and on Xbox. So I'm curious to see if this is a successful venture for Amazon the same way that Twitch was. Only time is going to tell when it comes to something like this. So what I want to do now is pass it to you guys. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that Luna is going to do well? Do you think it's going to be a successful streaming platform? Or do you think it's going to fall flat on its face whenever it comes to the competition between the Xbox, the PlayStation, and all of the other options that are already out there? Let me know the answer to any and all those questions down below in the comment section. And if you guys did enjoy the video at any point, be sure to leave a like on it before you guys go, because that's going to help me push this video out into the YouTube algorithm. And I mean, I'll appreciate it. If you guys want to see future content just like this and you want to stay up to date on all the newest game news, be sure to drop a subscription, because that's going to tell me that, well, you want to see more videos like this. Of course, I shouldn't forget, if you want to go over to Amazon's other platform that they own in the gaming industry, Twitch, I do stream there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting around 8 p.m. Eastern, usually like 8:15, 8:20. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, gamers, stay awesome and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. If you guys want to see future content just like this and you want to stay up to date on the news, bleh,